Hello everyone, it's Raza von Werder from the University of Mother God Church, and I'm introducing myself now to you as a photographer. My first photography book, I have two, I'll show you the second one, was produced in 2016 on America's Most Beautiful Man. I discovered him, I photographed him, and I intended to help him in his career and to make him a star, to make him a celebrity. I produced this book for myself and for him. For myself, it was to prove that I had found him and how beautiful he was, and I wanted proof. I was so amazed and enthralled by him. I wanted proof of how beautiful he was. He didn't believe he was beautiful. No one had ever told him. His family didn't tell him. His friends didn't tell him. Females didn't tell him, probably because they didn't want to blow up his head. But I told him. And when I took the pictures, I said, like, if somebody said that no one is perfect, they lied, because he was perfect. And I produced this book with the intention of promoting him and making him a star. Okay, let me read to you what I wrote so you will understand my intentions. You will see what my intentions were for the book, and I will read it to you, what I wrote. Blessed are the eyes that recognize beauty, that searched for it with no rest in thousands of living men on the internet, rather. The woman who sought found the golden ring in a ghostly city that only came to life when college was in session. Suddenly a boy was there. If anyone had said that no one is perfect, he lied. She asked him, "Do you realize how beautiful you are?" He said no, and even when she stood him in front of a mirror and pointed it out, the truth was hidden to him. "Look at your eyes," etc. He saw nothing, just an average guy. His friends and family took him for granted. He can't be special because we know him. They never told him he was beautiful because they couldn't see it. The woman, that's me, was astounded. It was 3 years before she'd seen him again in a bar. Curly locks shorn, he had a beard. Who was this tall young man? The encounter was trance-like. He was there, then he was gone. Was this real or some kind of hallucination? Not a dream. He left physical evidence of their meeting, giving her the chain around his neck. It was the boy of 3 years ago. Now she knew where to find him. Could he model? Then there would be proof of what she claimed. A fear tempted her faith that light and shadow would betray her visual perception. But voila, I should say, voila. The image portrayed him as a genetic miracle. Every photograph was perfect. He had no flaw. The first model with that one. She had found the holy grail of manhood. The decision. Decision was that he was chosen, America's Most Beautiful Man, by a consensus of myself and my friends, and art critics and photographers. We did all the work on this young man in one day. It was not equaled with any other model. Some of the other models, I shot a lot more, one for 10 days straight, and got less masterpieces. He has a sonorous voice, and etc. I praise and praise and praise him. And the end is, we must ponder his future. These images will bring recognition, a destiny for wise management. Books, magazines, these are my dreams. Books, magazines, television, models. Are the cards all aces? He's a Hellenic statue which will be polished, then set on high for admiration. Consider the masterpiece David held in a Florence museum. You walk through a mezzanine and see it far away. Step forward eagerly, anticipating. Wide-eyed you gaze. So is he like that, and now it begins. And if you have any offers for the fulfillment of his career, contact Rasa von Werger. So what happened was, my delusions were shattered because he did not appreciate the book. In fact, he got so angry at me when it was created. I brought it to the bar where we used to meet at one time. We used to meet regularly. I brought it to the bar, and he was somehow decided that I had exploited him, and he was angry at me. He was so angry that he did not speak to me for many months. And I finally cornered him and said, "Why aren't you speaking to me? What is wrong? Why are you angry?" And he said, "You are making all this money from my pictures and I make nothing." And that was an absolute lie, a total, complete lie. I spent thousands of dollars in money and in effort with myself and my webman putting the book together. Many, many hundreds of hours and thousands of dollars. And the intention was to promote him and to make him a star. I bought 10 of the books, which cost me $100 each. They're still sitting in a box under a table in my living room. I was going to send those books to Calvin Klein, Ralph Lauren, Ford, Wilhelmina, and Soul Management, and all these different top-of-the-line modeling agencies, to producers, with a cover letter explaining he was available, and also, you know, any venue that could help him in any way to become a star, because I thought he was striving for that, because he was working toward doing rap music, and he has a beautiful voice. He has people working with him, but they don't know anything about promotion. They know how to put music together, but they don't know how to promote. And so, of course, the music isn't getting anywhere, and it will not get anywhere unless he finds a promoter. So I was going to be his manager and promoter, but he didn't go for the idea. And this has been, 2 years now since the book has been published. One of his friends stole. I thought he would come to me for a copy, even though he was angry at me, so I thought he'll talk to me when he asked for a copy. But that one copy, I took that one day to the bar where we used to meet. One of his friends stole it. I think this guy, his name is Timmy. Timmy stole the book and gave it to him. So he didn't have to come to me for anything to do with the book. So my delusions, my illusions, my delusions, my assumptions were shattered. He had no appreciation for the book. He had no appreciation for what I had done. He assumed and accused me of exploiting him. And I was extremely careful in the book to make sure that no sexuality showed, that there was no nudity, even where there was a outline of his penis through his shorts in a couple of pictures. I photoshopped it out so you couldn't see it. I said he'll be proud to show this to his family, his parents and everyone, and he won't be embarrassed or ashamed. It was totally conservative, and nobody will be scandalized or say, "Oh, this is pornography," etc., etc. It's perfectly innocent and beautiful, and it'll be perfect for fashion modeling, perfect for mainstream and family. I had that in mind the whole time I put together the book and photoshopped his pictures. And instead, they say no good deed goes unpunished. Okay, so whose fault was it? Am I disappointed that I made the book? Am I sorry? No. Yes, I lost money. but I'm still wealthy. He's still poor. It's like all the guys, you know, the different models and the different, I've had quite a few, half a dozen guys stole money from me, or, you know, stole things from me, stole clothes. All the model, almost all the models steal clothes. I had a lot of models. And almost every one of them steals clothes. But I had a couple guys stole money. One of them stole a lot of money. And so you don't, you know, but I always say, well, okay, fine, he robbed me, but I'm still wealthy and he's still poor. So what did I lose, you know? So this young man said that I had exploited him, which is, I sold, finally, after 2 years, not a single copy was sold, because nobody's going to buy it. I gave it for free. It cost $120 for 50 pages, because it's worth it. The quality-wise, it's worth it. Nobody bought a single copy until a good friend of mine who happens to be gay, and I told him nobody bought the book. I told him about the book, nobody bought it. And he, because he wanted to make me happy, bought one PDF file for $10. And that was the only thing that was sold. I probably made 50 cents off of that. 50 cents. And meanwhile, he, the man in question, he said his name was Jeffrey at the time, so I used that name in the book, Jeffrey Michelangelo. He, meanwhile, accused me of exploiting him. So my offer to him is, if you feel that you can make money from your appearance and your body by selling pictures, I only had you for 1 day. You have yourself every day, year in and year out. Have someone take pictures of you and sell them and make money. You can do it dressed, you can do it nude, you can do erotic shots, X-rated shots, any kind of shots you want. Sell. If you can make money off your body, sell pictures of yourself. Why do you worry about me exploiting you? So that's the first book. I'm going to show you my second book that I have produced in the next video.